I wonder. Now a rover on Minimus, that we can do. Let's already check that one. We'll do that. We just have to redesign our. Oh, that's easy. Transmit or recover scientific data from space around the Mun? Yes. Boom, we'll take that. Because if you recall, we do the flyby and 2 satellite missions in one go, and we can do an EVA there, so that is 4 different missions that we will do in one. Excellent, I am super happy with this. So, there are multiple things that we need to design now in one go. Let's focus. First up, no, explore the flyby, that's what we're gonna do. This is one. Vessels need to remain active throughout the period specified, the 88 days, that's fine. This we can achieve. It needs magnetometer and the RPWS. Okay. And these bits of data need to be returned. Okay. And the other one, this we do, this is going on. Same thing, radio magnetometer. Okay. In that case, let's quickly check who the mission owner is. What is the company that's forcing us to do this? D-Magic Orbital Sciences, okay. And the other is Curlington. So all we need to do is make one satellite, make that into a subassembly, and then add 2 of those to a rocket. Now this satellite needs to do some maneuvering around the Mun. We will need a little bit of fuel to do that. But I do like my satellites to be mobile. 1.6, that's good. 2000 Delta V, don't worry, we'll get you down soon enough. We are going to need some power. And again, sadly, I only have these 2 photovoltaic panels. Well, and this surface photovoltaic panel, but that one is 0.7 recharge versus 1.6, so no. Do I need RCS for this thing? I don't think so, not for this thing. I would for the entire craft. Okay, we need a magnetometer. Probably do that like that. Let's do one to the side, but I don't like this size, so I will take the cost increase of reducing it. It's 3,000 to 8,000. Or actually, no. We will do it like this. There we go, deploying it forward, that works. And we have the, there we go, RPWS antenna. I just want this fully deployed to see what the eventual product is going to look like. And of course we need it to be able to communicate. Now this, let's see, this can be a relay, as can this. Thank you for that follow. Maybe it'll be fun to have this be a relay as well. You know what? No, I don't need that. Let's just do a communitron. We're gonna do multiple communitrons. Like that. We don't need that many, but you know what? I like the look of it. And we'll simply put a light... There we go. A light battery on it, and we are done. Make some action groups. When gear gets toggled, we extend everything. And this one. Okay, let's fold you up. And of course, let's get a stack separator for this baby. This should fulfill all the requirements for the contract. Now, this was a d-orbital contract. Let's see if we have a flag for them. Max. Can you see d-orbital here somewhere? Herberdine, Floyd. Herberdine, Jebediah, Junk System. Oh, I should have used that one for the rescue mission. Oh well. Oh, there we go. D-orbital magic. It was all the way at the top. Okay, this is D-Magic ScanSat. Now, we will make this into a sub-assembly, so we will reroute everything to this part, and then make it into a sub-assembly for satellites. Calling it the D-Magic Mun ScanSat. Save that baby. Oh, of course. I'm slowly disassembling it because this was a root part. Now then. This mission was by... I think that guy. Thank you for that fellow. Let's see. Now it's gonna be tricky. We want to get a Kerbal to the Mun in a flyby. It needs to get to the Mun and get back. How long does that take? How long does that take? I think that takes a couple of days. I want maybe maybe a week. 2 weeks would be too much, I think, but maybe a good 10 days of resources with him. Let's deal with the necessary things first. This thing is going to be decoupled from a ship and go on a ballistic down to Kerbal, to Kerbin. So we need it to be able to land. That's this. That's going to be decoupled. So we're going to need this. That is going to be in a payload. So it's going to have to be there, like that. That payload will have to consist of the Mun Scout. Let's see, can I easily put one here and one there? No. Does that even work? Is that safely doable? I have no idea. Oh, if you can put it one higher, is it possible to just... Wait, what? Why is this thing now acting so weird? It's acting as though that is its root part now. Let's reroute this part to... sure, to that? Let's reroute that to that central part. What? How is this? This is the thing. I have no idea how this all messed up now. You should be able to take this off. What is the root part, for crying out loud? Okay, you know what? Let's just connect this for now. I have no idea what the root part is. Okay. Let's make sure we get all the separations in the right place. Remove that one, remove that one. This should separate first. This should separate first, that should separate second, this should separate last. Okay. Let's build that fairing around this entire thing. Now we need a little bit of, there we go, wider fairing. Wait, be normal. There we go. And close that baby off. Okay. Now these ones should have enough delta V to get... Oh! No, this works, this works. I suddenly see this one is attached to the fairing, but that one's directly attached to this one. But this is a separatron, not a decoupler, so this will separate from this one as well. This should work and this should lift. Trusses though. Okay. So, this we need to get from Kerbal low orbit to Mun low orbit. That is, according to that website, 12,090 meters per second. 12,090 delta V. Let's see how much we can get with this. A thrust weight of 117, not great, but gets us enough delta V. Let's see how well that holds up. Thank you for that follow. When I add a little bit of RCS. Okay. Let's get that RCS here. And where is your center of mass? Over there. So I kind of need it. Ideally, I'd love it right there, but this is going to be awkward steering. I can guarantee it. I know it. Let's put it there on this separatron. Wait, why 3? Right on the separatron. Okay, we're going to need some power on this thing. And now's where it's going to lose much of its delta V, and this is going to be insufficient. Because we need to add life support stuff. There we go. We will have oxygen for 5 days. Food for 5 days. That is not enough, so we will need to add a supply container. So now we have 1300 delta V. 1234. That is less than the 1290 we needed. So that means this entire stage needs to be replaced. We need more. We had this one, so next step up is going to be this bad boy, which is going to be sadly overkill. That means we're going to be spending far more just getting this into space than we're technically getting out of it. And that is a big downer. We will also need... So now we have 76 days of food. way more than we need. Maybe way more than we ever need, really. Maybe we can cut this close. Instead of using this one, we will use the smaller set. That gets us 10 days of food, 10 days of water. I think that should be enough. How much delta V are we left with? 1500, that's good. Adding this gets us with 1300. That is still good. Last bit. We have water for 10 days. We have oxygen for 5 days. Food for 10 days. This oxygen needs to be solved by adding small pressurized tanks. If we add 2 of these, we have oxygen for 44 days. That is more than we need, but that still gets our delta V up high enough. Now, it's not going to be needed for this, I think. Let's still get some struts up. This should be okay for an intercept from low orbit Kerbal to the... Wait. I'm making a giant mistake. This is for low orbit Kerbal to low orbit to the Mun. Low orbit Mun to surface Kerbal takes 340 more meters per second. This would not have been able to make the return journey. This would have just gotten to the Mun. Nevertheless, we don't need more life support than we have. This is lucky though. This would have been a major mistake. Good thing that we caught this one. So, plenty of energy in electric charge. 44 days of oxygen. Enough nitrogen for years. 10 days of food, 10 days of water. 44 days, yeah. Major mistake number 7. Perhaps if you invert polarity in the phase converters and realign the deflector dish, see, that would have solved everything. Why didn't I think of that? Let's... There we go. I don't like how there's a little empty space between that thing and the tank here. Do I have goo canisters, maybe? I do not. So there's no point in bringing them. Any science from space that I still need to bring that I can put in this area here? Because now that we have that room, might as well want to use it. EVA report, we're going to get that. Radio plasma wave, we're going to get that. Crew report, we're going to get that. EVA report near. Radio plasma crew report near. Yes, just the material. I guess we could spend that. And here again is why some people think that tweak scale is cheating. We can put this down. Look at the cost though, from 30,000 get to 60,000. So getting these to this size is the same cost as the entirety of the rest of the rocket so far. But we could put these in there and then have 2 material sciences. Let's see. Low orbit from Kerbal to the Mun, 1290. Low orbit from the Mun to the surface, 340. That is 1590, 1630. We need 1630 of delta V. We have 2190. Perfect. We can get some small time power. We don't need that much. We don't need that much at all to run everything. Okay. Let's double check whether we're okay with everything we have so far. We don't need any additional resources. No colonization stuff, no Kerbal attachment that we need. There's no things that we need to assemble in EVA. We have our resources. I don't think we need any specific lights or cameras. Action. We have our parachute landings. We're good. We have the signs that we need to do. Communitron. Haha. Right. There we go. Why do I get the sense that it's slightly offset? That's weird. There we go. It was slightly offset. I think I had it tilted to its side. There we go. Make sure that attaches. Same with these. There we go. Attach the rocket, please. Any RCS needed? You get the feeling it is always missing when you need it. Yep. RCS we have here and here, which is well around the center of weight, which is excellent. Thank you for that reminder, Vaden, to have that double check. It's more needed with probes than with manned missions, but it's still needed. You know what? Let's have a backup communication. We're not going to need it, but it's good to have a spare, I think. Electricity. We are generating electricity. We have power. Re-entry heat is probably not going to be that much of an issue. Safety. Safety first. Right now we have pretty upgraded danger settings, so we're just going to get the heat shield on there. I don't think we need it. We've never needed it on this type of pod for this speed, but safety's sake. Let's get some tail fins on here, I think. Nope, not here, because this is the intercept thing. This is before we add the 4K, 4 kilometers a second that we need to get to space. Don't need any of that. We have the controls. We have the fuel. Okay. We are ready to add 4K Delta V. This is going to be tricky. This is probably going to need a lot of extra push. 1.6. See, normally we already have 2.2, 2.3 with the designs we've been making so far. Now with 1.6, we are definitely in heavier rocket territory right now. The only problem is we don't have any bigger fuel tanks that we can use. Now, one is likely not going to be enough. I mean, I could probably actually upscale these, I'm suddenly realizing. You know what? Let's give that a try. Structural. Let's get the adapter. We add this. Upscale this rocket. That already gets us 3.7k on this rocket part. Hello, hello, hello. My camera's artifacting. Oh, you are very right. Thank you for letting me know, Vin. Give me a second. Thank you for letting me know. I should have turned those on earlier. So Now, let's make this... Let's add a Reliant, a powerful engine in the middle. And then what we're gonna do... Since this does not give us enough thrust to weight, see? 0.52, but it has a bunch of delta V. But we need more thrust to weight, so what we're going to need is something like this, I guess. Scale this up, maybe? Or shall we keep this down? Let's see, we add rockets here, but maybe scale these ones down. That gives us not enough thrust to weight. Wait, there we go. 0.83. Now these need to be bigger. And that gets us 2.12. Then we can move these inwards. To create the illusion of multiple engines like this. Gives us 1.65 thrust to weight and a delta V of 2.909. Actually, 2.12. There we go. That is a powerful bottom rocket stage. But only now do you, Vanen, realize how Mads mods can be named in Nexus Mod Manager, and only now do you realize it makes sense to download the mods manually. You want to choose the right files, not blindly trust on the NMM to pick the right one. Oh. You might prefer 2K texture file instead of a 1K texture or 4K. You were halfway... you were halfway in 150 mods. You're kidding. Yeah, that is... It's an art. Getting games to work with all the mods that you want. Tweak scale problems. Let's see. How much does this give us? Wait, is this literally... This does not give us much. How about solid fuel boosters? If we add 4 solid fuel boosters, it still does not give us enough delta V to get into orbit. We're probably going to have to add fuel to this stage. Let's see, because right now these get us up into the air for a little bit. 40 seconds of burn time. And then at that point these can kick in. They have a pretty good thrust to weight ratio. Let's see, how about we add a little bit. 3.867. That does not do us well at all. 4.086. Now let's see. Kerbal surface to low orbit is 4.80. This should just about... Wait. Ooh, let's put this on realistic. There we go. Realistic allows for a little bit more failure. This should just about get us to where we need to go. There we go. So, what happens here? Check our staging. Bottom ones, the boosters lift us up. 1.2 thrust to weight ratio. Going to 1.58 eventually. For 40 seconds. This goes for 1.58, going up to 4.88 at the max. This should be just enough to get us into space. Then we have this 2000 delta V to maneuver us to the Mun and back. We have